What can I do for you, young man? Are you ready to take our class, young man? This isn't your average school, dearie. This is the Ozymandias Pirate Transmogrification Center. Transmogrification. We take barbaric, foul-smelling pirates, like yourself, and transform them into prim, productive, and polite members of the emerging consumer-based economy. Oh, now, sweetie, don't knock it till you've tried it. Wonderful! Just go in and take a seat, and you'll soon be on your way to a brighter tomorrow. What's that? Oh, my, we don't allow any voodoo paraphernalia in our classroom, young man. Mr. Mandrell feels that voodoo is a prime contributor to the pirate lifestyle. Do you mean that brave Admiral Kasaba? He's single-handedly keeping the great unwashed pirate masses of Nuttin Atoll from corrupting the paradise of Jambalaya Island. The most courageous men are always a little crazy, dearie. Yes, Mr. Threepwood? Well, what for, dearie? You already passed the class. Oh, you poor man. Take a seat and we'll get started. Are you prepared to take the class seriously this time? I understand. Take a seat and we'll get started. Absolutely not! I have no intention of wasting my precious skills on intractable pirates like you. Not while there are pirates out there who are practically begging for this service. Go away, Mr. Threepwood! You have to pass the course to get a certificate, Mr. Threepwood. But I didn't confiscate anything from you, sweetie. Sorry, dear, but the owners of confiscated items must reclaim them in person. And watch the mouth, Sonny. Don't try to smooth-talk me, mister. Ah! Fire! Everyone run for your lives! Ah! Another fire! Everyone run for your lives! All righty, I've had just about enough of this tomfoolery. There's going to be some sore fannies when I catch the person responsible for this swashbuckling delinquency. Now, young man, that fire alarm is only to be used in case of an emergency. Welcome back, class. I can see that all of you have been here before, so let's cut to the final exam, shall we? 3 questions, 100% of your grade. Good afternoon, class. My name is Miss Rivers, and I'd like to welcome you to Ozymandias Pirate Transmogrification Academy, a wholly owned subsidiary of Ozymandias Enterprises. Just by walking in that door, you've already taken a courageous first step in a journey that will transform you from swashbuckling pirates into healthy, normal, and most of all, productive members of society. And why have you made this step? No, dear. You've come here because you're scum-sucking pirates who deserve to be dragged into the street and shot like the dogs you are. Now then, for the next few hours, we'll be breaking down your antisocial pirate defense mechanisms and replacing them with more acceptable, marketable behavioral traits. First, let's have a frank talk about pillaging. Very nice, Yanya. Now, class, let's move along to your final exam. 3 questions that will account for 90% of your grade. Don't get smart with me, Sonny. Let's begin. Yanya. Now then, Guybrush. Now, Mungle. What's in your mouth, young man? Did you bring enough for everyone? Well, that's hardly the point, young man. We don't allow pirate paraphernalia in this classroom. Hand it to me. Now then, Mungle. Okay, second question. Guybrush, Mungle, and Yanya? All righty then, now for the third and final question. Now, Yanya. And finally, Mr. Threepwood. Well, I've added up all your scores, and I must say that I'm very unhappy. Mungle, I'm afraid you didn't pass. Your heart's in the right place, dear, but your brain is somewhere cold and dark and covered with spiders. Yanya, I'm flunking you, too. Yes, dear, but your attitude sucks. So's life, sweetie. Get used to it. Mungle and Yanya, I'm afraid you failed again. And then we have Guybrush. Guybrush, I'm proud to say that you're the best student that Ozymandias Pirate Transmogrification Academy has ever had. It's an honor to bestow upon you this certificate of transmogrification, which will help you get a high-paying job in the tourist services industry. Now, before you all leave to continue your lives, I just have one more thing to say. Get out! Guybrush, you've renewed your certificate of transmogrification with flying colors. Congratulations. Now get out! Guybrush, I'm afraid you didn't pass either. Don't despair, though. Many of our finest graduates had to take this course 5 or 6 times before they fully transmogrified. No, I just didn't want you to feel bad. Now I'd like to leave you with these words of encouragement. Get out! Guybrush, I'm afraid you still didn't pass. Keep trying, though. Guybrush, Guybrush, Guybrush. I've been teaching this course for months, and I can safely say that you're the single worst student I've ever met. I've picked lint out of my belly button with more learning potential than you. Now, in order to guarantee that you never darken my school's doorstep again, and to stigmatize you for the rest of your hopefully short life, I'm strapping this dunce cap to your stubborn pirate head in the hopes that humiliation will succeed where education failed. Now get out of my classroom and never return! A stranger approaches you and asks for the time. How do you respond? You see a man accosting another with a sword. What do you do? While reading a book of poetry in the library, what appears to be a treasure map falls out of the book. What's your plan of action? A member of the opposite sex rebuffs your advances. How do you cope? Your tofu burger is delivered medium well, despite your explicit request for medium rare. How do you react? While delivering Christmas toys to orphans on a nearby island, you notice a passing ship that's obviously taken on too much cargo. What do you do? After drinking too much grog, a friend of 20 years teases you about your haircut. What is your reaction? Your captain has plotted a course directly through the heart of the Devil's Triangle. How do you react? A scruffy-looking stranger offers you a grog. What's your response? Ah, I see. Interesting. Okay. Good. Oh, dear. My heavens. Yikes! Jumpin' Jehoshaphat! Oh, my! Goodness gracious! Well, I never! Oh, no, that won't do. Yumpin' Yiminy! Now that's just rude, Mr. Threepwood. I'm shocked to see how you've reverted to your former nasty pirate ways. Perhaps you should re-enroll to brush up on your skills. But for now, I think you should... If you can't wait until the end of the exam, then you'll fail. Aha! Gotcha! Not so fast, Buster. Thought you could pull a fast one on me, huh? Think you're pretty clever, don't you? The fire alarm is not a toy, Mr. Threepwood. Get out! Mr. Threepwood. We don't want to touch the nasty old pirate toys, do we? Mr. Threepwood, I told you not to touch those. Don't make me come over there, Mr. Threepwood. Watch your mouth, young man. Oh, that certificate doesn't mean anything anymore. I voided your transmogrification. You'll never amount to anything, even with that certificate. Oh, hello there, Mr. Peepwood. How have you been faring since your re-education? Oh, heavens, you sound like you need a refresher course.